Peace.
Hey! Peace to Lasha.
Yeah, peace. My name is God Lasha. Peace. First, thank you, Justice Hopkins, for this here. Yeah, that's right. Right, absolutely. Definitely, I want to say thank you, Washington, man, for the video. Definitely, when they see this, I want to thank the gods and Redeemer for a great Children's Day. Let me start from there.
Go ahead.
So we talking about the babies. Them brothers always did. This was a great one because my children knew their history with us. Right? So we cut to the chase. You know, I'm living and running with the knowledge. Right? You know, and when I decided, because I wasn't there, right, these were different currents of my children traveling in the atmosphere differently. So being you wasn't home teaching the knowledge and wisdom, I went here and did this. Not negative, it's just that I didn't want this. Because you wasn't here to give it. See? So, but what I did have was the love of them. And that's what you, right? See, we speak supreme mathematics alphabet, which you love, that all right. Right? Now check this one in. What drew them and any of the babies, it wasn't the food and the toys, but the continuity of love and brotherhood. They see everybody together. They just, yo, Pop, man, I like this, man. You know, yeah, you know, keep coming down to our classes. This is what we doing. So what I did when everybody was attending to the children, we having a beautiful day. I asked the children, man, baby, several questions. But the two main was, would you take the reins if it was passed? See, when we look at the babies, right, and they running back and forth, you thinking, they look at, what reins though? Where? I said, oh no, they asking me that. So I was like, okay, well this is what we're doing. In so many words, then the child is asking me, what are you doing? So I'm going to Justice Hopkins and, you know, God, I'm going to go. The gods in different parts of the globe, but here, because I'm not in Texas, I'm not in, but here, right, this is what we're doing, right? Absolutely, because we the true and living God, make no mistake. I'm not here to cause paranoia. He the true and living devil.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I say the Lord got his man and the devil go get his. Yep. But our main focus is doing what we need to do for us, right? But that also comes with internalizing the knowledge and wisdom of the signs, like the God was getting up here. That's important. Because you can't tell me nothing. You can't do nothing if you're not in tune with the order of this day. Oh, you God, I want to hang out. I want to add on to this sign. Okay, but you know any signs? Because this sign will need to be applied. I'm looking at all of this required. So we didn't get where we were easily. No. We went through our hills and mountains and all that. Yes. You're right. So we understand, but we understand also, and that's why I always consider 120 a map. I teach that in my class, man. Because I need you to retain it, but because you can quote 120, don't make you God. That's fact. Right? In fact, you need to quote that right and exact. Right? Then you need to be able to internalize it, so that you can live in the core. Right? Because that's how I got about it. And that's how I got about the hell I was in. Right? And, you know, I had to understand, you know, you the servant that knew the Lord's will, because we don't talk about nothing spooky, we're not religious. You the servant that knew the Lord's will. And prepared yourself now. Yep. So now he told you, lock in. Now, right, stripped you with that. You forgot, see, because you didn't go according to, you didn't do what they was doing. You did what the creeps did. Right? And so you got what the creeps get. Right? So then I said, well, in order, keep it real simple. The basic foundation, man, let me be among those who are successful. Because dope fiends hang with dope fiends, the cops hang with cops. So I'm going to hang with the true and living. Hang with those, let me hang with the, this is my regular spiel. Because this is a reality. This is what the children see. And the children, and they see, and my children told me, they said, the reason why we were eager for to come to this event and other events, because we seen how well immersed you are with your nation. Right. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you just, it's like a rest stop and you just bounce. No, you here for real, doing what you're doing. Right, you're magnetic in the sound you make it. So, and I welcome that, but I welcome that with the children. Right? And they were running around playing. I said, man, come in. I said, hey, stop a minute. I said, yeah, you got your little Frank, you got your little toy and all that. And they running around, it's a beautiful day, we're building. I said, so what do you, definitely computers, everything that has their focus. Listen to this, in a nutshell, that has their focus, they want to see how can you apply mathematics to that. Because you can't talk to me like I'm talking true born. Right, I mean, I'll hear you for a second, but I'm going to lose you because I'm not there yet. Right, so you got to speak to me in a language best understood by me. Right, which is another reason why I said, here come my big brother understanding there. You go, one of the buckets I'm talking about. You know, us building and destroying like we doing here. You know, like the peace of justice I came again for his bringing us here. You know what I mean? Because like God was big enough, man. You know, we went through we just coming out of the pandemic. And glad to see everybody still here post-pandemic. But that took a whole lot of people from us. It took a whole lot of people we love from us, man. Family, nation members, and otherwise. But we're here, right? Now that we're here, you know, like God said, we need to have a plan. That's right. What's your plan here for us? Now, lastly, let me drop this on. He already reversed affirmative action in college. Right? He already reversed Roe v. Wade. And let me show you how he did that. Let's go back to the math. That's why law said, listen, man, I just said yesterday in my class, I didn't understand that actually until 7-8 years later. That didn't sit right with me when they said, the law said, don't be anti-white or pro-black. Man, please. Everybody got that foot on my neck. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to be nice there. You know, I said, well, law, my big brother and everything, damn it, man. You know what I mean? But then later on, checking in, he said that because I don't want you to weaponize your blackness neither. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, we know who he is, and so did the law. In fact, it was only maybe 5 men and him. But later on, they came to ask him, what do you want, based upon the application of his work. Right? He understood who it is he's working with, and in fact, empowered them. Then he didn't just have the flag, and he was just on the revenue. He was going to the halls of government, telling them, listen, there were 5%, this is what they doing. And you know, again, you have people, hey, that's why Bert Roberts said, when he said in P-Long, you could be 5% in the data, and you could be 5%, but you come to P-Long with that, you like, yo, love. Yeah. He didn't like that, right. He didn't like that because he seen the power that the 5% were welding that. Wow. Right. You know, so my point is, as we moved on, a lot of times we were talking when we were younger, listen, like, we're not going to be cops, we're not going to get into politics, we're not going to do none of that. But we grew, right? And we understood there's no facet or place of government that we're not in. But check this one in. Black people, unfortunately, man, you know, because they were disenfranchised and lied to constantly, you know what I mean? I'm not good with voting. I'm not doing that. I'm not going for the vote. Oh no, he gonna be another Kamala Harris possibly. But you know, but now because you didn't vote or because you didn't do it wisely, check out what he do. I'll get my people in here. See, because stupid. What you didn't know was while you fussing about getting, see, I got my people in different halls of government. In fact, every time we didn't vote for this particular president, a Republican was in there, and the first thing he did was, who can we get in the Supreme Court? That's the highest court in the land. Yep. That's the highest court. He does. I appoint that. I said, and then my team that I put in there because you didn't want to vote. Right. All the while this process is going on, you're not feeling that until all of a sudden you get ready to swipe your card to get these SNAP benefits. Nigga, you ain't getting none today. Oh yeah, I get that, John, because that's still the plot. Yeah, come out of his mouth, right? Yo, Divine Prince, my car ain't working. What's going on here, man? Oh, you didn't read the news? You didn't watch the news? This is what they doing, right? Or they stop doing X, Y, Z, but see how you've been informed, right? Not only informed, but have you been informed and you able to galvanize the people to get your people in God. You know, so I understand that. You know, the anti-white control black thing. You know, the law was talking about we call righteousness anti-devil. Right? There's no question. So that's so Shan, remember? That's the story of Shan, you know, Shan's season. When you will give me this power. I like that story. And so I'll say, okay, I need power, what you gonna do with it? Kill the devil. So, okay, well, by devil, what do you mean? You white man. So what about your man right here? What about this dude? What about your family members who was bitten? You got the 10th degree, like, why how many Muslim were the devils? Who do you supposed to go out 4 devils? Who go to see what happens to any 4 devils at one time? His way, are you 100% we can live not keeping the very laws of Islam? Listen. His way of action is like those of the snake of the grab type. Woo! You know the snake of the grab type is. So whose way is action am I talking about? Right? We know he is. Right? So this is why one of the greatest models, several, but one of them of the 5, everything is subject to be shown and proved. As a child out here in Medina, I learned it was cold. I'm not talking about it was cold out here though. So like, peace, God. The first thing I learned here was shut up. Right here. You know, Cecilia told me that. That was my man, Einstein, right? And then later on, you know, my happy-go-lucky backside. I'm like, hey, peace, God, put your hands down, man. Well, come mental, come physical. I don't know you yet. Meditation knowledge means to know. I know him and his. I'm saying, dude, I'm not breathtaking or something. Why you know? But I get the God, because everything is subject to be shown and proved. What's true today may not be true tomorrow. And then, especially back then when they was rumbling and fighting, and you know, the fathers was going through what they was going through. So I got that. I understood that. You know what I mean? And so, you know, again, the continuity of brotherhood is the thing what I'm talking about. And we doing that. We be going through hills and mountains. You know, we got our. You know, we going through whatever we going through, but we go overcome it. And we build it. I'm not up here wasting your time. Like I said again, my bills ain't up here talking about, oh, we ain't doing this, oh, you ain't, listen, man, we build it. And if you're not willing to get out the way. That's fact. In fact, and that's exactly what we go do. That's why I told people, support this. And like the God said, Office of Cultural Management, you know, which is an entity of people that belong to the nation. We going out there to other sites to support them on behalf of us in this nation. Because my homes are comp equals their homes are comp. I need you to support me. Quality needs to be in here. So I'll be okay, God. Please, what can we do out here? How can we help you? You know what I mean? One of our ways to help is, man, trying to get all people out of jail. That's why we're trying to get up in these prisons. I'm breaking my neck to get back up in there. Because I'm not, let me conclude on this note. Before I left, one of the catalysts of understanding culture or freedom. God, you know, because you know, that's not we get up here when peace God today is not for matters. We ain't doing that. Ain't doing that. Sit down, man. Yeah, that's important. But you parakeeting right now. Yeah. You like the God, like, okay, they not God got up here, they not men, but you don't mean that. Seriously? Okay, how do you apply time? You know, you a master? How will you, world is born, not come back here? Show me proof that, master. Right, but you're trying to be about Yakub's God, the devil. Yeah, man, please, man. We in the belly, and we trying to stay out. And if you can't use the keys, or you're not speaking words that show that you're in tune with keys to maintain your freedom, as it applies to 40 or more, right? And then consider, we ain't doing that here. This site is about people want to be free because, see, they need our help out there too. Like, I didn't ask you to come home to be a burden to me, like welfare. You God, the first thing you're supposed to learn is to provide the basic provisions in your life. So you was talking about anything before, because see, you in here, you encapsulated. The only thing you know about the world is through a TV. And that's not surreal at all until you get out there. So when we were able to re-enter and we do that, yeah, absolutely. Oh, you got peace. I wanna understand. So there's 12 to yeah. Oh, that's relative. But how we get here, though, man? See, you know, because again, 120 is a map, my dude. No, let's say it was testimonial or nothing. But the only reason why Allah went to prison because they stopped him from teaching and said that he was disturbing the welfare of the minors and he's causing a disturbance. And then when he showed them to prove this power to them that I'm the God, even though they knew, but back then because we were so in a state of triple dark, he said I'm the God. They were like, oh, this man crazy. Man, you say, take him, send him over there. But they knew the undercurrent was lock him up and get him away out the street anyway. But they ain't stupid. The devil know, man, your truth is counteracting and getting in my pocket. He had 10%. My whole thing is I'm the rich slave maker of the poor. So, like Jesus and them, right? That's what he did to Jesus too. You know, that story. It wasn't church, it wasn't religion, it was none of that. Just like the God, we got built. Me and my mans and them, we walked in peace, man. And we grew. And my truth, right, became prevalent. So much so that the Pharisees were like, yo, my money kind of short today. Why is that? He said, yeah, he said,